I started a layout here, and this is one of the papers that are in the Dusty Road line, and I'm going to be using these octagon shapes on my layout. But before I went to that, I wanted to create an octagon shaped background using my PowderPuff chalking inks. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Here's the start of my layout, and I have a stencil, and I'm going to lay the stencil right where I'm going to use it. And I don't want this background to be flat. I want to give it some dimension. So I'm going to take a little gesso and I'm going to smear it right on top of my stencil that I'm using. And I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to be a little messy. But when this dries, it's going to give a nice texture to my background. And when I'm done putting that on, I'm going to carefully lift that stencil up. And I'm going to give that a few minutes to dry. Now that the gesso has had a chance to dry, I'm going to finish it off with the PowderPuff chalking inks. I'm going to start with the biscotti. This is a color that Quick Quotes has had around, and it's one of my favorites. I'm going to take the lid off and I'm going to lightly just add some color so it's not so white up on top. It adds a little texture. It's easy to do. I'm going to do the same thing down here in this corner. I'm being a little sloppy with it, which is okay. Quick Quotes has also come out with a new color, Plum Crazy. This is perfect for the Dusty Road line. And I'm going to take that and I'm just going to add a little bit of that in a few sections. I don't want it all over, but I like the splash of color that it adds. And it blends right in with the other. And I love that the little tails down here on the end allows me to get into some of the smaller places. And that is all I am going to do with the background. Now to finish off the layout, I have already taken my photo and matted it with some other papers, and we're going to lay it right across some of that gesso in the background we just created, but we still have some hanging out the bottom and at the top. On this layout, I have also included a couple quotes. Another new thing from Quick Quotes is the Quick Quote bundles. I use the Inspire bundle and the Family bundle on this layout to get the silly quote over here and the quote about special moments down here at the bottom. And then to finish off the layout, I'm going to take some of these octagons because I wanted to stick with that pattern, and I'm going to add them in various places on the layout. I added some, I'm going to turn that one that way, some pop dots or some craft foam to the back of these to give them a little dimension and to pop them off the page. And we're going to add this one on top. And one more right here. And as you can see, all of the gesso I had on there, we're really only going to see a little bit on the layout, but the little bit we see adds a little dimension and a little extra color, and the PowderPuff chalking inks are perfect for that.